Hello Sagittarius, welcome back to the Lucky Tarot. This is your December 1st to the 10th general love reading. So how are you guys? I hope everyone is doing well. I have this feeling that you guys are starting to feel really good about your decisions coming in this first few days of December. I feel like you are now ready to put the past behind you, and you are also relearning about who you are after getting out of a messy situation. For some of you, I felt like it was a judgment call, a very tough decision that you needed to accept, all right? And you're now charging in, ready to move forward, and that is a very good energy. You're clearing up some space in order to make room for something new to happen. I feel like that's what the Spirit wants to remind you, to keep clearing on some of that excess energy that's laying around there in your life, to make room for something relevant, something new to inspire you in your life. Okay, so we're back with another general reading. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. It's not going to be for everybody. If you wish to book for a private reading, my information is down below. So we're going to jump right into your reading. Spirit, angels, and universe, what are your messages for the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Allow us to see only a reflection of the truth. Okay, so we have a King of Cups over here. Could be a water sign that you're dealing with here. We have Wheel of Fortune in reversed with the Four of Cups. Gonna get more cards. I'm just gonna quickly put that over there so that you can see all of these cards. We have Seven of Swords energy in reverse. Like I told you guys, there has been a very tough decision that you needed to really take the time to make that call. Okay, so you're finally now making a tough decision to let go of things that are not serving for you in your life. We also have here a King of Pentacles, so could also be an earth sign that you're involved with, and an Eight of Swords energy. Overall theme for this spread and this reading is the Six of Swords, and indeed this is all about making room for something new, or maybe you are being put to a position where you need to let go of a battle that's not worth fighting anymore, finally realizing that it was a pointless kind of battle, that you need to move forward, take everything that you know, that you have learned about who you are, about people around you, and use that to redirect you into something better for you. All right, so you could be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, or they have that in your chart, or it could also be a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. We have two kings here, and that could be an indication that there are two people that you're involved with. All right, you could be also letting go of someone here, and you're pursuing someone new. I feel like for some of you, you have moved forward from a King of Cups who has acted really immaturely towards you, who has done some things behind your back out of jealousy. A lot of emotional manipulation has been done to you. With a Seven of Swords, I feel like this person went behind your back, did a lot of sketchy and shady things that you weren't aware of, and this has really kept you in the dark, questioning this person's loyalty, commitment. Maybe you have caught this person from their lies, and you're finally now coming to a realization that you're better off without this person altogether. Okay, King of Cups right there. This is normally a king that values relationship. All right, usually this is a king who's very sensitive to emotions and very sensitive to the feelings of other people, putting other people's feelings first before himself. But along with the Seven of Swords energy, I feel like this has been a result of someone who carelessly disregarded your emotions, and that someone has become overly confident. Maybe this person thought that you're just gonna be there, Sagittarius, so that they did what they had to do or what they've always been doing, and that is acting behind your back. and you know, a lot of acts of betrayal. A lot of things were being taken away from you, mostly trust. And this person really took advantage of your emotions as well. I feel like this King of Swords, this King of Cups, I apologize, King of Cups. I said swords because there's a lot of swords here, a lot of mental processing. I feel like this person has really prevented you from seeing how this person really is by saying the right words at the right time, you know, and you felt maybe that you couldn't trust this person any longer, that you want to break free and continue moving forward on your new journey by yourself. So you broke ties with this King of Cups, all right, and you were through with all their deceptive actions, and you're now ready to settle the score, is what I feel like. Seven of Swords. Or this person wants to settle the score with you, but you're done with that. You don't want to be taken advantage of anymore or fall to a victim mode with this person. All right, and for some of you, like you see here, 6 to a 7 to a 8, all in the reverse right there. This has been a very difficult situation that you have faced recently, Sagittarius, and you feel like the world has turned upside down, or things weren't really looking towards your favor when it comes to relationship. And since this is a general reading, obviously it's not gonna resonate for a lot of the Sagittarius here, but to whoever I'm talking to, I feel like you are going through life losing balance because of a certain relationship, and it feels as though you have sacrificed a lot, and no matter how hard you worked hard for this relationship, everything seemed to be just off, especially with this King of Cups, and you quite blame yourself for all of this. But it feels like someone just really did a lot of wrong towards you, and you switch off your intuition because you always thought about the best from this person. You thought that they could never do you wrong, but then the injustice just had a way to show itself towards you, all right, and you just had to make a decision to surrender, to stop controlling the situation, and to free yourself from this kind of a relationship. So you really had to take a pause right there in order to get back into step with the universe. That's why the Wheel of Fortune here is in reverse. You had to put your life on hold because there has been someone in this area of your life, someone from the past, that has really turned your life completely upside down, and you're realizing your worth now. You're taking responsibility for your actions. You understand now that balance needs to be restored, and it starts by you walking away from people who have done you injustice and people who have been taking advantage of your life. So now you're empowering yourself more than ever, and I feel like you are still on the process of healing yourself with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, and you know that eventually the wheel is going to turn towards your favor. And I feel like this is all a learning process for you. Like I mentioned, as you move forward, you're breaking habits, you're breaking toxic relationships, and you have this opportunity to do things differently so that you can expect different results. What I feel like with the King of Pentacles, someone here wants to help you out, not just quite like that of the King of Cups. However, you're still struggling with this King of Pentacles as well, this earth sign. I feel like, for one, this person is not really emotionally expressive, unlike that of the previous person you're with, and you're trying to see the differences or similarities between these two people, and you're drawing comparisons now. Nothing wrong with that, but what I feel is that if you're not ready, you're really not ready. You're really gonna find a lot of reasons why you shouldn't be with this person, even if it's an ex or someone new. A more important issue at hand here is how you're processing your thoughts. We have 7 of Swords to 8 of Swords energy. And I feel like how you approach situations, oftentimes you tend to really get paranoid, which can block your healing process. All right, you have this tendency to overthink and to really be so hard on yourself, Sagittarius, and you feel like it's your fault, no one else's, if things go wrong in your relationship. But what you fail to see is sometimes there's little control that you can do over the situation, because it's also the other person's willpower. If they cheat on you, if they've done something wrong towards you, you cannot blame yourself over and over for that. However, you do have a say to how it's gonna turn from here. It will depend on your decision as well. If you start to realize that you don't want the same things to happen to you over and over, then stop what you're doing. Then stop attracting the same kind of people in your life. You do have that power and control to manifest the love that you want. I feel like with the Eight of Swords, for some of you, you have been imprisoned by a relationship that you thought was good enough for you, but you felt like there has just been a lot that has happened, and that kind of feeling just grew on you, and it kept you in this prison, held you captive. You weren't really emotionally satisfied with all of this. So now that it's in the reverse, I see you trying to free yourself from those self-imposed restrictions, and I feel like you're gaining the courage and insight to break free from the ties that have binded you in this energy to begin with. For some of you, you're now pursuing a more loving relationship with the King of Pentacles, but that's also a learning process, as you're starting to realize that you, even though there are things you can't control, you are now realizing that you have the power to manifest life as you want it, that you are not completely a slave to what's happening around you, that even though energies are swinging you to different directions, you yourself can help you out of the situation, and that you're not completely helpless about the outcome. All right, that even though people are doing this to you, that you can actually break free and still feel joy about who you are, about the freedom, that you're not really imprisoned as you thought you were, that you are free to make choices, especially when it comes to love and relationships. That if you stop doing things you kept doing in the past, attracting the same kind of people and doing things over and over, if you stop doing that altogether, then definitely you can expect a different outcome. I feel like with the Four of Cups, for some of you, you're still feeling detached from love altogether, and even though there's someone new with this King of Pentacles, you are just on the sides waiting, and you're not really closing yourself from love altogether, but it feels as if you're more wise, all right, and you're ready for what's to come, but you're also not in a hurry to interact with new love, if that makes sense. So you are being smart about the energy that you yield. You are being stronger in your decisions because you value the lessons now, and that is beautiful, because it's an indication that you have already recovered from a devastating situation, and now you're beginning to see a bigger picture. So you're zooming out now, and you have a wonderful perspective, no longer defensive about your situation. And that's what usually happens when you move forward from situations and toxic people. All right, now you're ready for more action. With a Four of Cups right there, I feel like for some of you, you have truly taken the time to rest. You have really reviewed the relationships you've been, the pain, the anguish, and a lot of regrets for some of you. I think that you have already forgiven those people, and you're now ready to move forward. Four of Cups. Although I feel like there's a lot that wants to get your attention. A lot of people, especially this King of Pentacles, wants to give you love, wants to offer commitment. I feel like for a marriage, a union, or a deep partnership to happen, you're still withdrawing from that altogether. There's a feeling of uncertainty because you haven't truly healed that part of you that overthinks, okay? And even though you have a desire and motivation to love and be loved, you're trying to turn into indifference and putting rather yourself in the middle of all this, so that you won't be that same kind of person unaware where to give love to, okay? So more than anything, your cautiousness is just becoming more conscious about your energy, who to expand, who to trust, who to let in your life, because you don't want to keep repeating the same mistakes over and over again. I feel like with this King of Pentacles, you know, compared to the ones that you've been with, this is not really, like you mentioned, a very expressive king. Although you can really rely on this King of Pentacles. He is someone very caring. He's reliable. You know, this person is very knowledgeable as well in a lot of practical matters. And I feel like this is one thing you really like most about this person. I feel like this person is just very loving, very kind, and is with you through this difficult period of not knowing where to go next with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And of course, this person has a lot of ambition, makes you feel the security that you've been desiring. But again, I feel like being a Sagittarius that you are, you know, you're always very philosophical when it comes to your relationships. You know, it's not enough that someone is loving, is kind and sentimental. It's not enough that someone is reliable. It's just that when somebody doesn't embody something that you need, especially after you've learned from a toxic and devastating situation, then you don't want to jump right into it. All right, and that is a very good indication that you nurture and you put yourself first now. All right, and above all, you uphold your worth and your principles as a person. You don't want to welcome love if it's not sincere. All right, but at the same time, I feel like Sagittarius, once people get to know you, you're actually very loving, very big heart. You know, you're an open-hearted person who loves to show kindness, generosity, and is in it for a long-term relationship if someone proves to be worthy. Okay, I think that's it. Also, you know, I think that you don't need to feel the regret that you're feeling right now, Sagittarius, more than anything, even though you feel like something is being done against your favor, that this is in fact something that needs to happen so that you can finally let go of things that are not serving you. 8 of Swords, reverse 7 of Swords, people that are toxic, or you getting in your head most of the time. You know, this needed to happen so that you can have the courage to forgive people, forgive yourself, and move forward in a new direction in life. And that's exactly how the universe works sometimes. All right, even though you're not aware, something is brewing in the background, and most of the time it's not a waste of energy or resource. You're just being redirected to something better, something more deserving of you in the future. All right, and you yourself will be a witness, and you yourself will decide who that person will be in the future. So that is your reading, my dear Sagittarius. Please meditate on this. I wish you guys all the best. Please like and share this video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.